healthcare, it's very common that the central plant aspects of the facility get tacked onto, and it just becomes a mix of different design aspects that don't really work together. And so our goal in our initial analysis was to kind of dissect the plant, figure out what it was doing, why it was designed this way, and then from that come up with a more efficient way to do things. Performance contracting is basically a construction delivery model that utilizes energy savings that are accomplished through the renovation process to pay for the debt service of the project. MedCentral entered into what I would term a traditional performance contract in the fact that there was a set cost, a fixed cost, and an energy savings component that was guaranteed by the Brewer-Garrett company.
They put a lot of time and effort on their side without any obligation to us. We were able to pick and choose from 4 or 5 different projects. And the root of it is, we have these infrastructures that we have to keep updated in order for patient safety to be maintained.
It resulted in a piping renovation where we were cutting out different aspects of the piping system and replacing those with more efficient type systems that corrected a lot of the hydraulic issues that they were experiencing. And they had a single chiller well beyond its useful life. Really no capital plans to replace that, although they knew the replacement had to take place. Our first steps is to collect data on the existing equipment and really do a determination of how much energy is being spent by the plant to produce the load that's being consumed. Once we have a good understanding of how much energy they're consuming, that's our baseline to determine how much energy can be saved.
And once the project got started, it was just like they said it would be. We had very few changes that they handled themselves. Got the project complete, trained our staff very well, and have been, anytime we call with a question, they're right on top of it. They were good to work with.
Every project will be assigned a specific auditor that they are responsible for that project. That way the client has a single source to interact with on the auditing side. That auditor is responsible to not only collect monthly energy bills from the utility as they come in to the institution, but also to be on site, do meter readings to validate the energy that's being consumed. And from that, we post that against what the guaranteed savings were. And if we're above, great. If we're right on target, great. If we're not, and we're falling short of our guarantee, the primary reason we do this on a monthly basis is to make sure that if there is a problem, if there is a change, we understand and identify that as quickly as possible so that Brewer-Garrett on its own dime can come in and do the due diligence to correct those issues.
Brewer-Garrett is a very reputable company that puts a lot into the pre-project to show you what can and cannot be done with your systems, and they give you choices. And ultimately you have to decide if that's what's right for you and your company. But I think with what they can show you what can be done, I think they'd be a good choice.